Hey everybody, this is Go-Kart Spartan. I'm giving you my review of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, the final episode 6. And overall, I would say that this series has successfully restored Westeros. This series has restored the resurgence in Game of Thrones. Like me and people that like Game of Thrones are happy to be invested in the world again, to hear the names Targaryen, Stark, Lannister, Baratheon, and just to have new characters to just look forward to. That's what I like about Game of Thrones in general, because Westeros, the first 8 seasons already set the dynamic and the families and stuff, so now every time we go to these different periods, we're kind of like drawing off of that prior knowledge of what we know of these characters from the future and repairing it in the past or stuff like that. But let's go over the review of what ended up happening. So the episode starts with Lionel Baratheon and Duncan is just chilling basically, and Lionel wants Dunk to basically join him with him. He wants him to go with him to Storm's End, and just basically bro out and under the Baratheons. But the thing is, Dunk done been through hell. That trial by 7, he was not ready for all that. Realistically speaking, if he would have went into the jousting, he probably would have lost the first, because as soon as he got in there, he lost the first charge. And this trial by 7 put Dunk to the ringer, so he's kind of doesn't want to deal with kings, lordlings, and princes right now. He's kind of done with all that. And basically, he's still sad that Baelor died, because now Baelor died, and that's a heavy death right there, because he was a prince. And if Baelor was to live, we wouldn't even have the Game of Thrones we have now, because his line would have been the ones in charge. That would have just thrown a massive butterfly effect, meaning half the people we know in Westeros wouldn't have even been born. There would have been no Lannisters scheming to get the Iron Throne. There would have been no Littlefinger coming from the shadows saying, I didn't want you not to trust me. There'd be none of that going on. Daenerys wouldn't be able to come with her army, because the Targaryens would probably still be on the boat. They probably had to manage it. And maybe, just maybe, he probably could have found a way to bring the dragons back. If it was possible for Daenerys to do it through a ritual, then it's possible for it to happen, scientifically speaking. So, now that Baelor's gone, Dunk is in his bag about it. And Lionel don't care, because the Targaryens basically conquered the 7 kingdoms, and they don't have their dragons anymore, so people are acting gully now. They bold. They basically see blood in the water when it comes to the Targaryens, so they talking all types of crazy about them. Lionel basically said, the only good Targaryen is that Targaryen. He reminded me of Homeboy from Planet of the Apes when he said that to was it Caesar? He's one of the characters he said it to. No, he said it to Taylor. He said it about Taylor. I gotta get back to Planet of the Apes. But the thing is, nah, son, so Dunk didn't want to, basically Dunk was like, yo, why you slandering on Baelor for? And he said, Beesbury died for you, Hensbury died for you, we fought for you, me, the Apple Boy, we fought for you, essentially. And Dunk's just tired, he doesn't want to deal with all of that. So now, Ryman Fossaway ends up coming with his horse, Sweet Tooth. He actually paid for Sweet Tooth. And I'm gonna say this much, Ryman Fossaway is the best friend you could ever hope for. He will make sure you're fed, he'll right your wrongs, like, bro, he will fight for you, bro. He could have died. Green boy in the battlefield, bro. Ryman Fossaway is one of the realest niggas there, son. Deadass. Like, honestly, I love Ryman Fossaway. He's one of my favorite, him and Dunk are my favorite characters here. Specifically, I usually like the schemers and stuff like that, but there's not that many of that going on, and none of them, and the ones that are there, like Aerion, doesn't carry the same charm and charisma like Littlefinger, or the same levels of cruelty that Ramsay or Joffrey had. That is like doubled down. He's kind of like a watered down version in a sense. So I don't like Aerion. Like I like my evil to have some Sason on it. So since there's no evil people for me to root for, Dunk and the freaking Ryman, bro, and Egg. I love Egg. I love all 3 of those characters, bro. I love Ryman because he's just a real one, bro. It's very hard to find a friend like Ryman. It's very hard to find someone like that in real life. Like, if you have someone like Ryman Fossaway in your life, count your blessings. Count your blessings, because they don't make them like that little green boy. They don't make them like him. But the thing is, he gave Dunks the horse basically, and he thought like he was going to go to Lionel Baratheon. Okay, I skipped ahead a little bit, but basically he gave Dunk back his horse, and he's also, Ryman Fossaway is also about to be a father to a child that's not his, because the whore from the first episode, she actually took a liking to Ryman after the battle, and now she's his woman essentially. They got married and everything. And I'm gonna say this right now, good on her, because for a lady in her profession at her time, it's hard like that, bro. Like, it's hard for you to actually become like, an important person in the world like that, especially, it's Westeros, man. And like, bro, it's hard for the queens to have a normal life, let alone common women. So kudos to her, even though I think you need to tell Ryman that baby ain't his. Like, I don't think I think that needs to be said. So, like, because Ryman's an honorable man, and I don't want no dishonorable thing happening to my boy. And I think, honestly, she said that Ryman gonna be like Terry Belfort from True Blood. He's just gonna be like, I'm gonna take care of that baby. But essentially, now Mako axes to see Dunk, and Mako, he's sad. Mako just lost his brother. Mako and Baylor were close. Mako had like this grudge against him. Not really a grudge, but it's little brother stuff. Like, your big brother's the big popular guy. Everybody says hello to him. Everybody thinks highly of him and stuff like that. And you're like the little brother, and he's not even. He's like, he has two other brothers. He has Aries and the one that walks around naked all the time. I forgot his name. But yeah, basically, so he got 4 brothers, and this one, I think Baylor's the oldest, but essentially he's the most glazed. But that doesn't stop him from loving his brother. And now that his brother's gone, he feels as though they're gonna consider him a kinslayer because he did that out of accident. Because Mako was crashing out, and like in the last episode, like Aries was getting micked by freaking Duncan, son, and Mako was like, my boy, my boy, my boy. Like, he was crashing out. And I like that. I like seeing different shades of Game of Thrones characters because like we seen like I compare his fatherhood to like certain other characters like King Viserys and stuff like that. Like he didn't do anything with Aemon. Guys, Alicent was the one. Like, my boy, my boy, my boy, my boy. Cuts Rhaenyra. So honestly, like, more or less, I honestly like overprotective parents. That's why I like Cersei, son. Because despite everything mean about her, she go hard for her kids, son. So Mako went hard for his son, but he got to send Aerion to the Free Cities at this point because Aerion, he's wild. He over here breaking people's fingers and stuff. We gotta go into a whole trial by 7, and I just lost my brother. And it's mainly because of your stupidity. Because the only reason Dunk slugged you was because you wanted to break his crush's freaking fingers. Now she gotta learn. Her fingers gotta heal and stuff. She's a puppeteer and she's an artist. She freaking painted Dunk's shield, and I wonder how did she finish painting his shield if her fingers was broken. I wonder how that happened. Maybe she did it with one hand, but the point I'm trying to make is Aerion had to go. And at this point, Mako don't know what to do. He like, yo, I don't know what to do about my kids, man. One of them be drinking all the time. The other one's a maester. I can't really do nothing about that. And you already know about Aerion, so I can't lose my son A. And the only person that he wants to squat for is you. He told me he don't want to squat for nobody else. And at first, Dunk was like, oh no, I'm good, I'm done with Princess. And him and Egg had a little conversation. Egg was hurt. Mind you, Egg was dripped from head to toe. He had the Kufi hat on with the black and red Targaryen drip. Like, Egg was dripped from head to toe. But basically, nah, son. So Egg basically told Dunk like, yo, I'm thinking tonight. I thought you was. So eventually, he goes back to Mako. And he says that he'll take him up on his offer because Mako offered him to be a knight in Summerhall. And I can't wait to see Summerhall. And I wonder what, I'm going to have to look up the information to see. I know it's destroyed and stuff, but it's still a place in an area. What happened to it after the fact? I want to look that up. Game of Thrones fans, if you know what happened to Summerhall after the destruction of it in the books, can you please let me know? Can you please let me know in the comment section? But I'm more than likely just going to look it up. But basically, now Dunk is like, I'll take you up on your offer, but I ain't doing all that night stuff. I don't want him to end up being any of these future. I don't want him to end up being like a smug prince like King Viserys III in the future and stuff like that, or another Daemon Targaryen, or another Aemon, or a Lord Baelish, or any of that. I don't want him to become any of those people. So since I don't want him to be a bad influence, I'm going to need him to come with me and live a humble life so he can, so I can teach him the ropes of how to be a knight and how to have honor. And Mako looked at him and was like, you want my son to be out here living dusty? He's a Targaryen. He can't eat salt beef. He can't sleep under hedges. That's some broke shit. You disgust me. You killed my brother and you want my son to be out here looking broke? Never. Over my dead body. Nah. So basically, Dunk dipped after that. And he met Ryman. And this is the part where Ryman gives him the sweet tooth. He gives him the horse. And it's a sweet moment. And basically, he decides to give Ryman sweet tooth instead. And now Ryman has his own house, his own city, his own side of the company, his own wife. Ryman made a come up. Bro, in one episode, that trial by combat, Ryman came up in the world. He important now. And so did Dunk. Because now everywhere that Sir Duncan goes, they're going to see him as a knight now. They're not going to see him as a pretender. Because when he was, before Arwen died, Arwen never knighted him. And he never really gave him a reason as to why he didn't knight him. He just never gave Dunk a reason. He just never did. He basically told him a story about putting a penny on the tree. I rewatched the episode so I get the significance of it. But basically, he did that. And more or less, now Dunk's on his way. He doesn't know where he's gonna go, but he's not going to stay in Ashford any longer. And guess what? He gets some company. Egg shows up. He's like, my father said I could come. And basically now, Dunk and Egg are just on the road. Egg done shaved his head. Oh, I gotta say one thing before I get to the last scene. Egg's hair was growing back, and he cut off his head. And after he finished cutting off the remainder of his head, he still had a knife in his head. He tried to kill Eri. And when he tried to kill Eri, Mako was in the room. And Mako just grabbed his son and hugged him, and his son just dropped the knife. I like that moment. That was nice. I like Egg. Bro. Egg, Dunk, and Ryman, and Lionel, and Baylor. 5 Trinities. Even my boy, what's his boy? Homeboy with the eye patch. Is that honorable, your grace? I think his name was Roslin. Yeah. The one, the religious dude that says he's like the warrior. But now, Dunk and Egg are on the road. And the scene ends with them going one way. And you see basically like the ghost of Sir Arlen on the pony. He was walking beside Dunk, and then he goes a different way. And now Dunk is just walking with Egg. And this upon second watch, because the first watch I was distracted. There was real life things going on that I had to worry about, which is why I didn't like fully get to absorb the episode and stuff like that the way I wanted to. But upon second watch, I actually teared up during that scene. And then it goes, as it says in Night of the Seven Kingdoms. He goes back and says that. And then after that, we see the Targaryen. Arian is beat up from head to toe. Daeron, he's there. And Mako is wondering, where is Egg? Because Egg didn't get his permission. Egg just said, my father can come. I think in the books it was different, because he said, so long as he shaves his head, and I give him this ring that says he's a Targaryen, so in case it needs to prove that he's a Targaryen to people, he can. Basically, that's what happened in the books, but in the show, he was like, my father said I could come here, and he definitely didn't do that. And I'm gonna be honest, I like that a lot better, because it's too clean in the books. In the show, he just did that, and now it adds more to Egg's character. But this show has just been magical. Like, I wouldn't even say it's restored my love for Game of Thrones, because my love for Game of Thrones never disappeared. Watch my channel. Watch my Power Ranger videos. It's very Game of Thrones coded. I love Game of Thrones, man. My love for Game of Thrones never disappeared. All this did was enhance it even more and make it even better. And I'm gonna say Project Red for Super Sentai did that, because I'm liking what I see so far. I don't despise it. And it's Monday, so the new episode should be getting posted. So after this, I'm going to finish posting. If I didn't already post it, I'm going to post the movie for Power Rangers Altered. Basically the arcs that happen, basically the start of how Jason got there, and all the things that happened in between with the Game of Thrones characters and the Power Rangers and Xemnas and everything else I was going on in that storyline. But more or less, hey everybody, this is Future Go-Kart Spartan talking, and yeah, I just realized that when I posted the movie, I forgot to put the episode 5 something place episode in there. That's basically when Jason starts to go to the realm of darkness, and basically the storyline with Rihanna, the Blazing Lion, and Xemnas. So if you want to see what happens in between Jason getting to the realm of darkness and after the events of the Once and Forever special, you would more or less just have to watch episode 25. I'm gonna post that, and let's just touch on a couple of things before I go. Basically, it was just great. I'm gonna talk about the characters real quick. Duncan makes me want to be a better man. Like, watching Duncan turn down money, watching Duncan beat up people for being wrong, not even thinking about it, and having to face the consequences, and being dragged in the mud, and watching his little girlfriend die, and basically falling in love with a fool. But it's like when it comes to Sir Arlen, and for him it was everything, because that man saved his life, and to him, Sir Arlen wasn't a fool. He wasn't just this drunk. He wasn't any of that, man. He was like Dunk's hero, and Dunk didn't even realize. He was too young to realize Sir Arlen's faults, and he didn't start realizing that till episode 1 and 2, when he started asking people, yo, you know who Sir Arlen Pennytree is? Yo, you know my daddy? Yo, I know you know Sir Arlen. Yo, come on, please tell me you know Big DT Sir Arlen. Nobody knows Sir Arlen Pennytree? Triple A Sir Arlen? That's crazy. So nobody knew. So basically, and just watching his growth, just watching him go from this timid character that's letting people talk over him and stuff like that, and letting people make fun of him, to fighting for what's his, and him gaining respect and stuff like that, and then him gaining agency, and basically telling people no now, because he would have jumped at the opportunity to be a squire for Lionel, a knight for Lionel, anything for him. He would have jumped at that opportunity to do that for just Lionel Baratheon. And Mako Targaryen, the future king of Westeros, is offering you knighthood, and he basically turned it down. That's Brienne of Tarth in the flesh right there. He makes Brienne. But now we know why Brienne is the way she is. Why she's so dutiful. Why she's like that to a fault. Why she wants to be a warrior. Why she constantly wants to do the right thing. Why she will die for a cause alone, bro. And she's dogmatic about it. That's why, because of Duncan. It's that Duncan blood inside of her, bro. And And I'm gonna be honest, Brienne's not even one of my favorite characters, but I appreciate every character in Westeros. And it just made me appreciate Brienne more. And it just made me appreciate Tarth. I want to know more about Tarth now and what's going on there. And it's just like, I love this show, bro. And let's get to Egg. I like Egg's character because, bro, he a rich dude trying to be broke. He's been around rich people his whole life and it's done nothing for him, and he's tired of them. He's just tired of these rich people. Like, he just more or less just wants to basically just chill with Sir Duncan and just live a simple life because, like, these people are snobby and, like, he has to deal with drunk people and angry people, and he literally wants to kill Arian. Like, he literally wants to kill this man, Arian, man. He wants to tear Arian apart. He actually tried. He actually tried to do it. And that's the crazy part. This boy actually tried. And nah, son, it's beautiful, man. It's just a beautiful series. It's amazing. And, like, not only that, just his relationship with Dunk was just beautiful. Like, just their quick little dances and stuff. Like, Dunk acting all serious and stuff like that. And we know it's just a front. Like, and when Dunk was in trouble, he was the first one to defend Dunk. And his word carried more weight than anything, bro. Dunk would have died that day if it wasn't for Egg. And I can't wait to see his character more. I can't wait to see Aemon. I can't wait to see his brother, because he spoke about Egg, and we didn't have no connection to this character at all. And just hearing that, like, you know, that, like, now I'm looking back at Game of Thrones, and he said, Egg, I dreamed I was old. I didn't understand the significance of that at all. I'm like, okay, you had a dream that you was old. But I wasn't putting piece and piece together. Targaryens have dreams of the future. He was dreaming of his future, of him being an old man in the Citadel. And the reason why is because usually Targaryen dreams have to do with fire and blood. So I just wasn't putting the parallels together. But just like his brothers before him, he had a dream. Aerion had a dream he'd become a dragon. That's why he jumped the fire. Daeron has dreams. Helena has dreams. Viserys had dreams. Daenerys has dreams. Jon has dreams. Dreams are important in A Song of Ice and Fire. Even characters that aren't Targaryens have dreams that are very important. Like if you read the books, Jaime Lannister has a dream about the freaking Sir Barristan the Bold and Sir Arthur Dayne and Sir Duncan and all the great knights that came before him, and basically how he's a stain on that name. And it's just, they all, like, it's just, that was great. I already went over, I already glazed Sir Ryman enough, but let me just glaze him some more. So Ryman is the best character. He's my, honestly, I don't know who my favorite character is between him, Dunk, Baelor, Egg. I don't know. I didn't say Lionel because everybody's been glazing Lionel, and the overglaze of Lionel was kind of made me automatically eliminate him from the top 4 bracket. So I kind of like the other 4 more, but I still like Lionel. He's still on the top 5, but I'm going to put him on that spot. But I just like the other characters more, bro, because they gave me more. They gave me more than Lionel did. Now Lionel was great. Like, the thing I like about Lionel Baratheon is with him we see he's like, if you would have threw Stannis, Renly, and Robert Baratheon in the blender, you'd get Lionel, because he's playful like Renly. He likes to dance and cheer and stuff like that. He's insulting like Robert. Like, he'll cut your ass and he'll just tell it like it is. And he can be cruel like Stannis, talking about burning heretics alive. And even the spoilers in the future where Sir Duncan, where Egg's son, because Egg had a child named Duncan the Small, they were supposed to be patrolled, but he ended up falling in love with another woman. He stood on business and he fought Duncan in the trial by combat, son. So like, Lionel Baratheon is literally a fusion of all 3 Baratheons. We honestly see where Stannis, Robert, and Renly gets all of their power from, where they get all of their personality from, where they get all of their charm, and why the Baratheon, because in every era the Baratheons are just chill. Except the House of Dragons. That guy was a douche, bro. But hey, bro, you seen Luke with this little dragon, and you seen Aemon with this behemoth of a dragon, and look at Aemon's pointy jaw. He's going to cause trouble. Look at him. He's smiling evilly with his arms behind his back like Master Xehanort. This kid's clearly gonna be dinner. And you can stop all of this, and you just, bro, I'm gonna be honest, if I was Luke, I would call me a craven if you will, but the minute I saw Vhagar, I would have flew away and I would have told mommy. They said no. Rhaenyra, Ma, they said no. What happened? They said no, Mom. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good, bro. Bro. But that's going, because that's the last Baratheon I remember from House of the Dragons. Baelor was one of the greatest. Like, we get a Ned Stark King season. We got Ned Stark, House of the Dragons, we got King of Series, and for this one we got Baelor Breakspear. And Baelor Breakspear, the fact that he fight for Sir Duncan when he could have literally just followed the rules and did anything. He basically sacrificed his life for the right cause, bro. And I'm gonna be honest, I cried when the Game of Thrones scene played. I actually cried when Baelor came through, bro. I cried ugly tears, bro, because they subverted my expectations in episode 1. This dude Sir Duncan took a deuce in the middle of the theme song and stuff like that. So it just trained my mind that the show is was different. But when Baylor came through and I heard I'll fight for something, that song means so much to me. That song means Daenerys Targaryen, Queen of the Free, Breaker of Chains, Mother of Dragon. That song means Jon Snow, King in the North, Winterfell. It means Dorne. It means the Iron Island. It means the Greyjoy Rebellion. It means the Blackfyre Rebellion. It means Robert's Rebellion. It means Aegon's Conquest. It means Harrenhal. It means Sansa. It means Arya. It means Cersei. It means Tywin. It means Littlefinger. It means Varys. It means all the things I love about this freaking world. It means Alicent and Rhaenyra and Aemon and Vhagar and Syrax and Caraxes and the Stepstones and Corlys and Rhaenys and the Mad King and Maegor the Cruel and Jaehaerys the Conciliator and Baelor Breakspear and Baelor the Blessed and freaking and Bittersteel and Bloodraven. I'm just naming characters at this point, man. That's what it means to me. It means Westeros. And I've been deprived from this world for a while, man. I love this world, bro. I love this shit as much as I love Power Rangers, man. Just as much. They're neck and neck. The Power Rangers and Kingdom Hearts. But Kingdom Hearts been slacking. Power Rangers got Gavan. And whatever we gonna get in the future. Game of Thrones got Night of the Seven Kingdoms. We got Dance of Dragons. House of the Dragons. Kingdom Hearts, come on, man. We need something. A new game, a trailer. Just give me a trailer. And make the game come out, I don't know, 2008, realistically speaking. What is it, 2006? They're gonna make, y'all got a lot of things to do. Y'all gotta figure out what worlds y'all wanna put in the game. You gotta figure out what characters y'all wanna use. Y'all got like 100 characters y'all gotta write for now. Because y'all done made like 1,000 ancestors and stuff. So like y'all got to write about Skull and Ephemer and the Foretellers and Zigbar and Sora and all of his friends and figure out how that's gonna go. Now, I know I'm trailing off the Kingdom Hearts, but I usually do this because, like I said, triple trifecta: Power Rangers, Game of Thrones, Kingdom Hearts, Naruto on the side, Yu-Gi-Oh as well. Dang, that's like a 5. That's like a quadrant right there. Because that's it's 5 because you gotta include Naruto and Yu-Gi-Oh because they're heavily in the DNA as well. But basically, nah, son, we need something new for Kingdom Hearts, man. Because the Game of Thrones table, we eating gourmet. We eating gourmet. Power Ranger table, we eating sushi right now. We eating good. It's some good sushi. I got some alo on my plate. It tastes delicious. One Piece, we about to eat. One Piece always eating. One Piece never stay hungry. They always eating, but we about to eat good. When that live action coming, we gonna eat so good. We gonna eat good. Marvel about to eat. When that Marvel movie drop, I'm not excited for it, but I'm gonna sit at the table and take my meal there as well. Digimon is eating with the new Digimon game right now. Pokemon's eating with the new Pokemon stuff that's coming out. I don't know if Dragon Ball Z's eating. I haven't checked on what's going on with Dragon Ball ever since it came to me. I'm gonna pass the piece to the GOAT. But if it isn't, Dragon Ball doesn't need to because it's been around for so long that I'm good with. Oh no, we are eating. I just remembered. Yeah, they said they was gonna bring the moral art. I don't know if that was AI or not, but I heard specifically that I actually seen some AI stuff with the moral, and I thought it was pretty good stuff and stuff like that. But I want to actually see that real people actually make it too. I don't mind AI projects and stuff, but I want to see like the people responsible for Dragon Ball Z to actually do the mobile arc. Specifically the mobile arc. I don't give a damn about the granola arc because the only time I locked in was when Frieza showed up and he started one-shotting people. But that arc, I didn't like the granola arc too much. But yeah, all right, I'm trailing off right now. I'm gonna call it. Everybody, Mahalo Magulas, Mahalo Iris, may the power protect you. May your heart be your guiding key. Stay safe. Have a wonderful day. And please, if you can, try to stay indoors because it's really cold out there. Yeah, y'all see like the snow. I was outside this morning and the snow was past my ankles. Yeah. So yeah, just stay safe.